Hail, hail, welcome to the Homeboys Live podcast. It is Thursday, the 7th of November. I'm, of course, Joe McKenna. We are back. It's time for my weekly night out, which is in this room, talking to the vagabonds. Some would call them terriers, bead rattlers. Most of the year, I call them friends. As joined by the ever regular Scott McCoy.
Hey, Sam and Joe, bye.
Doing good. And of course, by Birmingham Irish, Liam Power. Where are you, Liam?
I'm here. I didn't hear you say anything.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now, mate. Yeah.
You hear me now?
Yeah.
We're here with Helen Keller, right? You're right there. You hear me now?
Joe, which bits of the year do you not call us friends?
Well, there's periods, I suppose. Like, when there's periods. We're joined by a man whose username is Doobie. Marty Flynn. He's gone for a piss. He's just back now. Fuck me. Here you go. You know what, folks? If you ever come to our live shows, this is kind of how it starts. Right? I say live shows, the one live show we've done.
Can you not hear me? Hello.
Are you there? You're back. There he is. He's back.
I wasn't fucking away. There's something up with sound.
There's always something up with your sound. You need to.
Something up with Liam's sound a minute ago too.
Is that my fucking fault? Why am I getting shit at?
And that I'm just saying, I could hear you talking, but you obviously couldn't fucking hear your mom.
And we're joined by a mom with a bit of calm. Jason Higgins.
Just be still in the presence of the Lord.
Exactly. Be still in the presence of the Lord. This episode is called Red Bull Gives You Wins. What a phenomenal title by Scott McCoy. Suppose, are we going to do a bit of housekeeping before we kick off with the chat? Because tonight was when we were going to start launching our Christmas appeal, which we do every year. I mean, we haven't really had a conversation about this, but we generally do it around this time of year after Halloween. Probably a bit slow off the mark on this one. But I suppose if anybody doesn't know, if you listen to this podcast for the past couple of, even 1 year, you'll know that every Christmas we do a fundraiser. And the aim of that fundraiser is to raise money to give directly to families that are identified to us by local services that we have relationships with and good contacts with in Dublin, Belfast, and Glasgow. And quite literally, that money goes to very practical needs when it comes to Christmas time. I mean, like, whether that be presents, whether that be heat, whether that be electricity, whether that be food. It can vary widely, but I suppose a number of years back, we did this between ourselves for a family that I was supporting when I was in a particular job. And it kind of sort of grew from there. And, you know, we don't really hold any expectation for the amount of money that we're going to pull in. We just like to do it every year because it's a nice thing to kind of hand it to people at Christmas to be able to kind of, you know, offer a kind of an anonymous hand at the end of the day. Like, nobody really knows. This is very below the radar in terms of like names and people and what actually happens. Literally only the five of us would know what actually goes on and the people we then engage with on the side of the giving side. So yeah, I mean, do you want to come on the back of that in terms of like talking about kind of how we do this and what we do and sort of what we expect and how we roll it forward?
Aye, I'll say a wee bit. So as Joe says, so every year we do it. So as I say, the money comes in, it's all done in trust. So you guys donate either prizes. We do a raffle coming up to Christmas. So we'll do a raffle. We've got a couple of prizes earmarked at the minute, and I'm sure more will come in. So if anybody wants to donate any prizes for the raffle, just contact us as usual means, and everything's welcome. We, as Joe says, we're a bit slow off the mark, but things going on and stuff like that and whatever. So this is us kicking it off now. We'll get the details up, whether it's a Just Giving page, whether it's a bank account, a PayPal, or whatever. We'll get the details up for the listeners to do a donation. As I say, a lot of podcasts charge for folk to listen. We're not interested in anything like that, but what we always try and do is give a wee bit back to the community. And what we try and do is 50% of the money comes in, goes to Ireland, 50% stays in Scotland, and we help families out or youth groups or just whatever that at the time they're needing our help. And obviously in these times of austerity or whatever you want to call it, there's plenty of people in need. So as I say, it's much appreciated. Last season we had the live show, we made some good money for that. And a level set with everybody, we've still got, I think Liam, you mentioned we've still got £1,700.
I think around that, yeah. I think around that figure, mate, yeah.
So we're a running start this year. So we've got £1,700, that's in the pot already. And then anything else that we raise from now until when we distribute the money, it'll all be going to families that need it. And as I say, none of it comes to us, it all gets given away. And as Joe says, we are the 5 privileged that know where the money's going to, and it's going to families that need help, put it that way. And it's much, much appreciated for everybody for any small or large donation or anything that you guys want to give, yourself. A lot of guys that listen to us know us personally, and as I say, it's a great thing that we do, and we're just happy that we can help people less fortunate than ourselves. So we'll get the ball rolling. We'll get some prizes listed, and then we'll take it from there. And maybe in mid-December we'll make the draw, and we'll make sure the money's distributed to the needy causes. So just a big thanks for everybody here, to all the listeners that I know you always give well every year. So as I say, we've no expectations what we're going to get in, but anything that we get in is a bonus. And as I say, we've got £1,700 sitting there just now. So we will, mid-December, we'll start distributing that so we can make Christmas a little bit better for some families in need.
Yeah.
So do you want to remember them?
Well, yeah, just I think we've still got some prizes from last year, I'm pretty sure. Not everything gets claimed, to be honest with you. So I'll dig back into what we had and what was given out or whatever. I've had people make pledges for prizes that we don't follow up and get to people because they're overseas or whatever. So I'll have a rustle around and see what's there. But as ever, we're completely reliant on the generosity of people that listen. You can throw a few quid our way, and last year we made a bit of extra money because of doing the live show, which was brilliant. We've not managed to get around to doing that this year because of the way the fixtures are falling this time, not in our favour like last time. So we'll see what we can get done. But we've got the benefit of the money already in the bank, and if we can top that up a bit, then we can just try and spread that as far as we can with as many people as we can. A lot of people got looked after last year because of the money we managed to sort. So we go again.
Yeah, 100%. I'm actually holding one of the prizes that I brought back from North Carolina. It is an official bourbon of the Raider Cup, Elijah Craig. Here you go. What it says, anybody reading glasses? Elijah Craig small batch bourbon finished in European toasted oak barrels to commemorate the 2023 Raider Cup. So it's even aged one more year since when it was made. There you go.
And another thing, what the listeners are even more privileged is it'll be half drunk because you're one of the listeners. Joe will have necked half it, so you're even sharing a bottle with the blessed Joe McKenna.
It's worth more money. Not worth more money. It's worth more if my lips have touched it.
That's it, mate.
Send me your waves.
And if you donate kindly, there'll be a pish bottle fucking added in there.
Do you know what? I was thinking about that the other week, mate. Going, we should have Homeboys branded camping latrines.
Here's a bit of useless. See, Rory, my son, comes out with some fucking shite. Right? He just comes out with random stuff. So I picked him up for night shift this morning, 6:30. We're driving back. How's your night, son? Aye, good. Rigsby as he's that's the door of my hotel. So I came back and says, Dad, do you know that phrase? What is it? Right, God, wait a minute. Right, one of the phrases, I've not got a pot to piss in. And what's the other one? Oh shit, I forgot the other one.
Sounds like he's way smarter than you.
Oh God, I can't leave. Just carry on. I'll get back to it. Right, I'll remember it. Just carry on with the show.
Get him on the phone. Get him on the phone.
He's up the stair.
Get him down the fuck. Get him down the fuck. Right. Because see what he says like my soul brother. Because I'm like that too. I can put a random shit.
He's what he said.
I can put a random shit.
This went much better in rehearsals earlier.
The double act's coming there. Can't wait to hear this.
Now you know why we don't ask for payment for this fucking program.
You couldn't script shit like this. You know what I mean? You couldn't. I mean, this is like fucking 2 up, 2 down, folks. Like,
It's been an utter gamble so far already, man. I like the team, so let's have a segue. Yeah. Let's get someone sensible, unlike Scott, to talk about some football.
we now need to get. We're about to have the knowledge of Rory Higgins, folks. And if you've never met Rory, he's a fucking great boy.
Right. So the first phrase was piss poor. Right. So we've all heard folks saying piss poor. And Rory says back in whether it was Victorian times or whatever, people used to sell their piss. So they would piss in a pot and they would sell it for like fertilizer. Right? So it would say they were piss poor if they were selling their piss. And then Rory says it gets further road. If you're really fucking skint, you've not got a pot to piss in.
That's true.
So,
That actually does make sense.
So you didn't even have a pot to piss in because it was piss pots and people used to sell their piss for fertilizer. And the extremely poor didn't have a pot to piss in. I thought, so that's what he says when it comes to it.
I love random shit like that there, right? I do that shit all the time. Here's one that I love pretty good at parties, right? This is what gets me fucked at parties. Do you know where the word gerrymandering comes from?
Yes.
Where does it come from?
Gerrymander from Boston, who fucking rigged all the elections.
Eldridge Jerry was his name. Eldridge Jerry in Boston, right? So he wanted the story's fucking brilliant, right? He rewrote kind of the boundaries of the district so he could get re-elected, right? And when he drew the boundaries, it looked like a salamander. So it then became, Jerry is salamandering, and over years became just gerrymandering, which is now what we know it as.
Right.
There you go.
There you go. Randomshit.com. That's my fucking name. Anyway, how the fuck did we get here?
Fuck knows.
Anyway, listen. Christmas appeal is on. There'll be just given a link. There will be financial directions soon. As usual, one ticket for the raffle is $5. Again, obviously, you donate $10, you get 2 tickets. It's all numbered. We'll do it live on here, and we'll have it like do a Facebook. We'll do a like live number generator, like the praise guy on Facebook. That never one fucking thing off. And that's kind of housekeeping done, I suppose, isn't it?
Question in the chat for Kenny. He didn't manage last year's live show. Any chance we'll do another one? So we did speak about it. I think we will do another one, but it'll be in the new year. I would recommend to try and get something done.
It kind of landed perfect for us last year in terms of the fixtures, didn't it? Like,
yeah.
So not so good this year, but we'll get there.
Yeah.
So on to the football. I mean, do we just go ahead and talk about Leipzig, or do we go back to Aberdeen and then move forward?
That fucking 6-0 semi-final win. My God, Joe, I think we'll talk about Aberdeen.
I was kind of putting the beer out there, Sky. You know what I mean? I was right. Well, then I suppose we speak to the men that spent the day preparing for it and then lapping it up. Let's hear it. Who wants to go first?
Go, J-Bo.
Mine was quite quiet. Early drove in and we went for a curry in Yadgar, Govan Hill. Had a curry and then walked up to the snooker club, Minnesota Fats, and had a couple of pints in there. It was about 90% Aberdeen fans, and there was a funny story. In fact, Paul Dock, he's worth a fortune. He's got seats in the director's box now. He's in with his boy and my dad's old mate John Cleary. Get a good blair with him, a couple of pints. There was a squad of Aberdeen fans, and he knew one of the guys, and he owned a hotel in Dice. He says that old guy. He says, "What to hear the story of him? He was playing some online casino. He was playing one night, Bluterd, and he hit the jackpot in the online casino. £3 million. What? Right, wait, hear this one. And it was collect or double. It was a roulette or something, and he'd hit £3 million. I don't know how you could win £3 million in roulette, but whatever he'd done, some major jackpot, and he hit the wrong button, and he hit double. And you know what's coming next, don't you?
Oh, for fuck's sake!
He won $6 million.
No way, did I?
Aye, the old guy. He's like, aye. He says he hit the fucking wrong button. It spinned again. They won 6 million.
Do you know what? I love shit like that.
Oh, for fuck's sake, aye.
I love shit like that. Fucking somebody somewhere's got all the luck. I'd like that.
Aye. So that was it basically. So just we're in there for a few pints and then walked into the game. And met the boat skip at half time. You were well juiced, Liam, so I'd like to hear your stories where you ended up. You had a fucking good beat in you at the game.
Yeah, I done a few, mate, beforehand, just get in the mood.
And it was absolutely brilliant, just fucking outstanding. I mean, we'll obviously go on to talk about the game, but I did fancy us to win. Before the game, I bet Celtic to win by more than 2 goals. And I did really fancy us. I didn't think Aberdeen were a great side. I thought they were decent. And it was interesting, the after-match interview we were listening in the car on the way home. Brendan Rodgers says, I think that was the first time Aberdeen had played a midweek game and then a weekend game because they weren't in Europe. So, they looked a bit leggy, but I thought Celtic were absolutely outstanding. And fucking hell, man, brilliant. It was unbelievable. It was the best game I'd seen Celtic play for a long time until Tuesday. But we'll get to both of the games. So, rather than cover the game now, I had a pretty uneventful day, a few pints before it, in the car back home, and had a few cans of nights and stayed in, took off a walk this Sunday. Quiet weekend, but it was absolutely amazing, just brilliant. And the pyro at the start of the game was brilliant, but then you're saying, what the fuck? 15-minute delay or whatever on Saturday night, but for all the ones that it hit the tin, you're like, fuck's sake. But I was just going home after the game anyway, so no, it was absolutely amazing. And we're going to talk about the game, but my day was quite uneventful.
Limbo, let's hear about your day.
Yeah, it wasn't much more eventful than that, just more to drink, obviously. Just went into Chapman's before the game. Smithy was playing in there, so jumped down to there. Thought I might have saw Scott there. Surprised he wasn't in. Just had a few in there, and then went and grabbed a bit of food next door. Saw Magoo in there. Wandered down with a carry-out into the game, and same as you, Jason. I was really confident before the game. I was predicting 3-0 before the game. I think we said last week, I think it was the value of the fact that we could rest so many players in the midweek before, then take people off early. McGregor missing a couple of games, Carter Vickers back. Our squad was probably at its peak on Saturday in terms of fitness and rest and strength, whereas Aberdeen would have a lot taken out of them because of the game that they had in midweek. So I was really confident. Didn't expect the 6, but really confident. So one of the best games I've been to, and it was a perfect performance from start to finish. And like you said, it was incredible until Tuesday, which surpassed it. And then afterwards, just kind of trying getting places around by the stadium with little to no success. So eventually ended up back in Chapman's for a couple. So successful day all round. Out with the game as well. It's good. Really good day.
Superb.
You want me to complete the fucking born face fucking bombs?
It sounds like 3 lads went to the game.
Aye. I'm with them as well.
Welcome to the Homeboys, the brand new Homeboys, where fucking everybody just wants to go home.
Exactly. It's no, so I was at fucking I left the house at 12. Went for something to eat, fucking down to my mates. Sat there, getting the bus along into the game. Avoided the wine again, guys. Wine's still on the fucking back burner. And And then up the road afterwards because I was driving first thing in the morning. So a couple of cans out of Asda, walked up with Argon, jumped the train home. Nothing mental. It's funny, you look on social media and you've got these Aberdeen fans who were shit all day and started singing about the fucking 86th minute. And they're all going, see all these scumbag Celtic fans, they were pure quiet, they're all dribbling out as their team goes through. And I was like, mate, we're in the final. You're all fucking heading up the road for fuck all. Geez, piece of clowns, you know what I mean? But, I don't know if you're going to talk about what you and Marty done, but game-wise, bravo, Celtic. Fucking magic, man. You almost feel that's what could have happened at Parkhead if we'd kept going. Do you know what I mean? Because they played so open, I thought, Aberdeen. I wouldn't discount how we played against Borussia Dortmund and we get punished. Because, I mean, I don't think they kind of shut up shop to about the 5th goal. Madness, you know what I mean? We fucking tore them apart. But, aye, that was my day. Quiet man, enjoyed the game. Great times.
Well, I watched it in the house, and I was actually happy that I had it on the radio, well, what I could get, and the delay was grand. Because by the time I got back to the house, it just kicked off. I was like, "This is fucking great." Right? The gods are in my favor. Watching the house, but like, I mean, it was just a joy to watch. It was just complete dominance. I mean, you were confident, but you're a wee bit trepidatious, going like this. I mean, given the game of Celtic Park, you're going like you just never really know in a one-off game, but. It was caviar football. I mean, and as everybody said so far, until we saw Tuesday, and we're like, this is brand new levels. I mean, so yeah, delighted and just fucking move forward, keep going, and fucking just. I mean, and special shout out to Des Almeida, who's just fucking a terrific player. Shout out to Jason Higgins as well, who fucking had nothing but faith in him from day one.
Well, the guy is incredible. I mean, he has got his failings, and obviously that's the reason he's playing with us and not playing with Real Madrid. But fucking hell, man! I think he could have scored about 7. 2 cracking chances.
Yeah.
I mean that was my lasting memory. Like my best player in the first half, without a doubt, is Maeda, and Liam's come down to me at half time. What about that fucking Maeda? He fucking 2 chances. Fucking ran it away. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? You know, but aye, just an incredible performance. And see especially for Kyogo's goal. Oh my God. He wins the ball. It bounces to Kuhn. What a ball Kuhn plays for him. And his pace and the way he turns back and just puts in a plate for Kyogo. Just... See that Hampden Park, see when there's a wee bit of rain as well, that Hampden Park is just made for him. I mean, you all know football dimensions, the size of parks, but Hampden just looks massive. It probably isn't. It probably isn't any bigger than Celtic Park or whatever. But for whatever reason, it just looks humongous, and it just looks at the amount of space that he gets to play into. Just he ripped them apart. He was unbelievable, but not just him. We'll go on to talking about it, but the midfield, Hatate and McGregor. I think Engels as well. The running that he's doing is just fucking unbelievable. But I think Hatate, obviously midweek as well. He's coming right onto a game now, and he's fucking what a player. And just the runs Kyogo's making, and Kuhn, fucking hell, man, what a signing he is. Honest to God, it's incredible. It's incredible how good that guy is. And I think great things will come at Engels. I know he dipped a wee bit, but when you look at these stats, UEFA Cup, the Euro Champions League, UEFA Cup. Fucking, I was looking at the Cooten there now. When you're looking at the Champions League stats and you're looking at Celtic, I think it's like out the top 25, we've got 4 of the guys that's ran the most kilometres in the first 4 games. I mean, it's no luck when you're putting that effort in. And the work rate of that team is fucking unbelievable. And that midfield, and Paolo Bernardo's done nothing wrong, and he's only doing a bit part role at the minute, and he's doing it well when he comes on. But I feel sorry for the guy, but what a problem it is to have. You know, so just Dyson Maeda, fucking hell, man. How do you play against that? I mean, I work with a couple of Blue Nose. He's messed with this. He says that guy's a freak. Must be terrifying playing against him.
Do you know what I pointed out? Me and Jojo watching the game together, right? Now, a couple of things that stood out. It was Engels' corners are fucking brilliant. Right? They're brilliant. Like, we're scoring from corners now. Like, how many times will we not score from corners, having big players in the box, right? But see that goal, Maeda, where you said, Jabo, where he kind of stopped, feinted the keeper, and then fucking squared the ball to Kyogo for the goal. I pointed to Jojo. I said, watch what he's doing. I said, he's that fast. I said, he's setting the pace for the defender, right? And then he's using his shoulder to kind of push the defender's momentum beyond the goalkeeper because the defender can't stop running, can't stop the same way Maeda can stop running at that speed because Maeda can do that because he's used to running at that speed, stopping and turning back because he just stops and goes back, right? Most people can't fucking do that when they run at that pace, right? And he's almost catching up with Maeda. He's almost like kind of on his shoulder. But Maeda just kind of leans into him and goes, right, well, you could just go, son. You're just going to go past the keeper. I just sort of stop dead here and fucking play with this cunt and then square the ball to Kyogo. And I would say to Joe, I said, watch that. I said, I said, you don't, I can't think of anybody I've ever seen do that.
Well, it's a good point because see if you're a defender and you're running with Maeda, right? So you're obviously trying to shepherd them away for the goal. But the speed he's running at, all you can really do is get in with a slide tackle. Because if he stops the ball at the speed that you're running at to keep up with him, you're fucking all over the shop. As soon as he stops the ball.
That's exactly what he just nudged your man and went, right, I'll see you next week. And he just stopped the ball dead. And I was like, that is fucking, that is physically freakish to watch.
What was physically freakish was when that fucking play, when that passage of play started, Kyogo was standing on the corner of the box.
Yeah, you mentioned that, Marty.
At the fucking opposite end of the field. It was like incredible, the speed of them to get back. If you watch the replay, it's just fucking unbelievable. But it wasn't until I watched one of them fucking stupid Aberdeen cunts, vloggers.
That was good. That guy. I watched that because I watched Everton when I got in Saturday night.
He had the view from up over the goal and you could see the whole pitch and you could actually just see where Kyogo was. I was like, what the fuck? Jetpack stuff.
Aye. It was a funny video, wasn't it? Fair play to the guy. He gets some fucking camera for Celtic's goals and the pyro and everything. And then right at the end, randomly, he's walking out the game and he just shows a photo of a pie. Who the fuck's ever bought a pie walking out of it again?
And then there was boxing. There was Aberdeen fans boxing each other and all the end.
Oh, it was Celtic. It was West of Scotland accents. Definitely. Well, you didn't see it, but I think it was Celtic supporters. I don't know. Then I seen the Israeli flag, the bastards. But didn't notice it in the game. But aye. Fair play to the wee guy, you know. I thought his video was class. Really good. When it was the Aberdeen fans all crack up with it. It's obviously the guys no swearing and stuff like that. Some guy was fucking getting off his top piece, fucking cussing and swearing. The guy thought this is what he said.
Hey, I hear what about that the saying you'll always have the Northern Lights.
He even zoomed into that and showed it. Brilliant with the ultras, man. Brilliant.
Yes, I mean, even the thought to bring that is fucking phenomenal.
And then you look at the fucking Dirty Dozen the next day. They brought flags to fucking put up once they're getting beat. Do you know what I mean? They're fucking thinking ahead. We're going to get beat here, and they're bringing out fucking partner. You have to go. We're bringing fucking flags to take the piss out of the opposition. But aye, brilliant. I mean, some of the goals we scored were just unbelievable. You know, the fitment and show for Celtic on Saturday was just eye-watering, absolutely brilliant. And as I say, they're 13 games unbeaten. You know, they're there in merit, where they are in the league. And regardless whether I thought they were a good side or not, I mean, they're there in merit, unbeaten, and we just fucking took them apart.
Yep, deconstructed them they are decent teams. You know what I mean? We've seen them. You know, at times they've ground out victories late in the game. Their subs have worked, you know, for them in various matches, but that at the weekend we just dismantled them from the word go. Rogers just had his tactics perfect.
To Tanzania to bring you a taste of the country placed into a large frock.
The fuck is that?
What is that?
What was that?
That was me. My apologies. I just clicked on some.
Fucking easy. Anyway,
Rogers didn't have his studs on. He get booked for it as well. I was like, why the fuck they book him? But then when you see it again, he's booted the ball right into the park.
Fucking Egypt.
Him and his Tom Fords.
What are Tom Fords? Obviously, I don't earn enough money to know what they are.
Really expensive shoes, Joe.
5 to 2.
Gucci belts, Tom Fords. Fucking, you know what?
Human skin leather.
Well, I've typed in Tom Ford and the first pair is fucking 1,400 quid.
Woof. Woofed.
Aye, no cheap anyway. And you shouldn't be kicking a ball with him. My mum would let me kick my fucking ball with my shitey fucking.
Your communion shoes?
Exactly. That. I mean, don't be kicking boys.
If I'm paying 1,400 quid for shoes, I just want to. I better not be able to feel my feet. Right? I want them to be that fucking good. Right?
Just let's hope one is in the position of life to buy for.
Aye,
Out of principle, I probably wouldn't do it. Right?
But no, Celtic were fucking magic. Celtic were absolutely magic. Like I say, Aberdeen came out with a plan. There was a determination within us. I think where's the refurb coming from? Is it me?
Don't know.
The refill?
Refurb.
Well, the sound is a bit, because when Liam was talking, he went awfully quiet for me, so I think the sound was a wee bit dodgy.
There's nothing I can do about that. It's kind
of fuck it. Just crack on the fuck.
So no, it's just I think Aberdeen came to go for it, and we had the determination. I think Rodgers seemed upped when we drew 2-2 with him, and I definitely think he's kind of sent them out right. Let's go and do the fucking job. Let's prove a point. We all kind of know how Rodgers hodges himself and hodges his team, and I don't know that he would get pissed off at fucking Aberdeen getting all the plaudits, but I think we're the top dogs. Let's just go and show them who we are. And they were absolutely fucking magic. Absolutely magic. And I don't think Aberdeen were particularly bad either. Honestly, if you go and look at our goals, we just punished them, man. And my hope is Aberdeen keep on keeping on, just like we did. Get yourself sorted, pick yourself up and go again. And I just keep hoping they keep winning in the league. That would be good, man. And but saying that, we've got a trip up there coming soon in a midweek. That should be a massive game for us as well.
Yep, December, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Aye. I think you're right, Scott. I think that would have been part of the team talk. You know, this team in there is getting all the plaudits, which they are, and they deserve loads of plaudits, you know.
Yep,
and obviously, with the big win that they had in midweek, you know, but I think it was like probably saying to him, look, we played them at Celtic Park, we drew 2 each, you took your foot off the gas. If we'd put our chances away, we could have buried them. Don't make the same mistake again. But I think with aim, brimming with confidence in that, it definitely would have been a motivational factor for the Celtic team walking out there saying, we need to put a marker down here, and this is, let's do it today, you know. And they certainly did, with aplomb. It was
definitely.
Just brilliant. I mean, the thing is, the last time they played them at Hampden, you know, it goes to penalties. They come back twice, and we had a very similar type team. You know, we've got a couple of additions in there, you know, but you wouldn't say the team, well, I would say the team now is a lot better, but it's only a short sample size. But we had a great team against them then, and arguably they're a better team now because they've got a better manager and they've got better set up, and you know, they're buzzing with confidence. So you would have actually thought on paper this is a far harder game than the last time we played them, end up going to penalties. But Celtic are absolutely magnificent. It's brilliant.
It was indeed. So we've got our cup final. Woo! Party time. You coming off that, Joe?
Against the foe. No, I won't be aware now. Against the foe.
A chance to overtake both clubs' trophy hauls.
Well, that is where it's gonna get delicious, isn't it? Like, I mean,
yep.
So we've often spoke about how it doesn't matter a fuck, and the fact that they have brought the attention to it has made it something that, whilst it doesn't bother me in the slightest, it is funny that we're going to do it to them. Because, I mean, like, if touch wood, we fucking batter them in that final and we do it. But them claiming they were like the most successful club in the world when a fucking Google search 2 minutes would tell me they're no. I mean, I think at one point Linfield had fucking more trophies than them, you know what I mean? And they're still, but they put in the fucking wall and all that, right? And they bohums every time they signed a player. You go into social media, they'll be, oh, welcome to the most successful club in Scotland. See all that bollocks, all that fucking we are the people shit. You know what I mean? And it just makes it hilarious. So there was a thread on follow, and I generally don't bother with it. I know Marty likes to jump on their podcast and that. It's not something I generally do, right? I don't really get involved in it. I mean, Liam was talking about fucking there was wanting hits off his during the week and stuff like that. So, but anyway, I don't. But I ended up on the trophy count thing, right? And follow is just, I mean, the Huddleboard's full of wallopers, right? Including us. We're all wallopers, we're on the Huddleboard. But if somebody comes out with a blatant lie, within 3 replies, somebody's going, what are you talking about? Shut up, you fucking dick. You know what I mean? There was a guy on it, right? And this guy, so he claimed that we counted wartime trophies, right? Which is not true. Again, a Google search will tell you within seconds, not true. So, and then a guy starts claiming that Rangers should claim wartime trophies. And then another guy was claiming that Rangers should be counting the lower league trophies. Another guy thinks they should be counting the Glasgow Cup trophies. And then following up, and another guy started saying, what was he? He was saying, obviously, because Rangers won in the league, any trophies we won didn't count. You know what I mean? And I'm kind of, and this went on for page after page.
Some mental gymnastics going on.
It was wild. It was wild. And then they're claiming, they've been slagging us saying it doesn't matter, so they better no fucking slag us about it. And you're like, fucking good luck with that, man.
I mean, this is my point about rubbing their fucking noses in it. I'll be rubbing their noses in it on every occasion that I can. And see the bit about, so you're right, they were saying, like, and Celtic claimed the wartime trophies. When I Google will actually show you, Celtic didn't fucking win any fucking wartime trophies in the Second World War. We won fuck all. We won one league, I think, in the First World War, the 1916 league, because the league was still going.
Yeah.
And in the 40s, and they're claiming, we should be claiming our wartime trophies. Like, fair enough, you won the Eastern Conference League or something, or Western Conference League, wasn't it? The West of fucking Scotland League. So that doesn't even count as a senior trophy anyway. That would be down there with a Petro Frack Cup. Fuck's sake, do you know what I mean?
They're talking about saying that's worth something. And you notice how the splitting of the trophies, you know, now like they share a league with Dumbarton. How is that it's never ever been discussed? Do you know what I mean?
Fucking nuts. I swear to God, they're absolutely fucking crackers.
To answer Paul here, no, that they never won in before we were existing. The league didn't start till we were in it.
But that's one of the most famous like quiz questions about which major Scottish team isn't on the Scottish Cup. The Huns, because the Cunts didn't win.
They're on the base.
So they had a 15-year fucking head start and they didn't win the Scottish Cup.
Aye.
Dickheads.
I think Joe's just fucking slaughtering people here, Joe. He's just
I'm trying to sort out the sound issues. It's fuzzy in my headphones, which means it's fuzzy going out, which means it'll be down loads, it'll be fuzzy. So what I'm doing is I'm removing people.
I noticed Jason and Liam aren't on. All right, okay.
I'm removing people from the kick from the studio. So I'm going to kick Liam out, right? I don't want to ban him, right? So Liam, why am I talking to Liam when he can't fucking hear me?
Liam's just saying he's not feeling great, so he won't be on long. So
I can't hear a fuzz when I watch on YouTube, by the way.
Really? It's just my headphones. No, I don't know.
I mean, it's not as if I've got a load of people fucking talking to us, you know. Why don't we just ask them?
That's true.
Fucking hell! You've been out again for a while, Joe, man.
Do you know? I was enchanted by your chat.
Thanks, pal.
I was in the zone. So
in the zone.
Get Liam to come back on. because we need to talk about the. We need to get down to the chicken on the bone. I mean,
Yeah.
the juicy Leipzig. There he is. Long as it's back. Liam, you back? Oh,
Yes.
fuck.
Yeah.
Maybe it's my headphones. I don't know,
Liam,
folks.
you sound
Is
brilliant.
there? Fuck up, you.
Fucking
folks,
Fuzzy Wuzzy was a woman.
For anybody listening, is there a fuzz in the audio? If there's not, maybe it's just fucking our feed. Anyway,
Well, I'm delighted to say, guys, in case you noticed, we're getting comments from. We've had a comment from the Twitch. We've had loads of comments from YouTube, and we've just had a comment from Facebook. So look at us.
People can hear us, man. That's good.
Sounds fine. Everybody says, there you go. There's my headphones. I don't know.
There we go. Is Jason back on?
No, he's not. Jason used to work in IT, so rather than let me take care of it, Jason's going to reset his entire internet. He's going to reset the entire internet. Anybody watching Netflix at Jason's house is going to go, what the fuck's going on? Because he's going to reset the entire internet for everybody in the house.
So the lights are good. Fuck.
And I did text and say, listen, I'm going to remove you one by one and just come back and see how it works. He's decided, no, everybody has to suffer. I'm going to hold it. Up to the duggo. Give me 17 minutes. Get this network back up. I mean, did you, before we get on the Leipzig, when Jabo gets back, did the performance against Aberdeen make you go, you know what? Tuesday may be fucking tasty. No. Exactly. I didn't think that either. Aye, but in fairness to me, I'm the kind of pessimist of the group, so what I did think was they definitely look like a team that have come together under an ethos and an idea and a style of play. And it made me think, you know what? There's something's really happening here. Like they do look like a great group of players. I mean, something happening here. Exactly. Buffalo Springfield. So it gave me a lot of comfort, more in the fact that like that kind of win would give them the kind of confidence and then drag that on. I think Rodgers is obviously one of those mental kind of coaches that, like, that, I mean mental in the nuts kind of way, and like in your head kind of coach going like, if I can fucking get into these guys' heads and make them believe together as a group that they can play this kind of football and drive them towards it with the kind of practices that I have, that there's kind of maybe no ceiling to their talent. And I kind of got that feeling in that game. And then we went on the Tuesday and you went, you know what? There's something to this. I mean, like we were, what, 4 weeks ago, maybe 5 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, calling Rodgers naive again. And I fucking bought him, going, fucking, this guy will never learn. By the way, just to let you know, Joe, I went in and deleted that episode. I never said nothing. I backed him all the way. I never slaughtered him once. I mean, I'm pretty sure I was fucking questioning Callum McGregor at one point. Fuck me, man. But I know. But again, that's why we don't charge for this shit, because who the fuck wants to be lied to? No, I mean, the fact is, like, I had a major depression as well. You guys know. I didn't think we're actually going to talk about this, but I mean, there was a watch put. There was a morning. There was I've had to drink for 2 fucking days. You know what I mean? Never mind fucking throw in Delegate fuck 7-1. You know what I mean? There was an isolated morning with Scott McCurry. He kind of went missing for about, I don't know, best part of 2 weeks.
The living wake.
Aye. So, I mean, what's happened though the last 2 weeks, I've got to say, is wild, and we're going to come for it once the fantastic Jason is back. Right, so let's tell a story about them. So as well, you guys know I like doing my one-on-ones, right? So I'd done all my, I can't think, what was the last one-on-one I'd done?
Was it Mitch Motherwell?
Mitch for Motherwell. So we done Motherwell, and I had Dundee set up, and I was on the bevy. And he's back. He's back. So I had done, right, so I had Dundee done, I had an Aberdeen special done, and I had an RB Leipzig one done, in terms of I've done all my research, a different setup. And so I was supposed to do the Dundee on the Sunday night after the Motherwell game. And I was going to do the Aberdeen one on the Tuesday, but the guy never got back to me. I had the RB Leipzig one on the Thursday. Sunday night, I've got fucking the heebie-jeebies there. I've got fucking pink elephants. So I went to the Motherwell game. At the Motherwell game, I text the boy and said, mate, bin this, because as soon as this game's done, I'm going to my bed. And he's like, right, no worries, right? So Dundee was out because we played on the Wednesday. Tuesday night, the Aberdeen fella get back to me and says, can we put this after Thursday? And I was like, right, sound. And what we were going to do, we were just, rather than the room one-on-ones, we were just going to sit and have a chat about the upcoming semi-final. And we were going to kind of talk about, because obviously by that point we'd have played Dundee, they'd have played the Huns. So this was the plan. And then I'd agreed Thursday, 4 o'clock, I was to speak to Justin from RB Fans TV or something. So he's an Australian fella who supports RB Leipzig. His mum and dad for Germany. He supports the team. He's never been to Germany, but he does this podcast through the love of the club. So anyway, I've sorted that for around 4 o'clock, 1:30 his time in the morning, 4 o'clock my time. I've got the Wayne's watched, and I'm sitting there, nothing. Radio silence. I was like, fucking dickhead, man. I mean, left me fucking. And the Aberdeen, and then you all decided we were doing a live podcast last Thursday. So I text Aberdeen boy, he's like, right, we'll just bin it, don't worry. I was like, right, cool, sound. We'll do it again in the future. So I've been cussing this RB Leipzig guy for about a week. So he turns up on Celtic AM with Hamish. He turns up in his own show with the 20-minute Tim's guys. And I'm going, what a fanny, you know what I mean? He's pure bomb me a peach. He's a clown shoe, you know what I mean? He's a, I mean, I'm calling him all sorts. So it turns out it was this Thursday I was supposed to talk to him. So he texts me this morning, you still all right for 4 o'clock today, your time? I was like, for fuck's sake.
You told him to fuck off, I assume.
No, I've done it with him.
Yeah. Well, that would be good, Scott, to hear it after the event. Was he at the game at all?
Yeah, mate, he stays in Australia.
Sorry, that was a guy. Sorry, I thought it might.
Yes, no, so, but Jason, honest to God, we've played them 3 times over the span of, I don't know, many years since I've done these things, and trying to get a fucking Leipzig fan's been torture, because see all your German guys, they don't deny knowing any of them. Don't fucking mind know nothing to do with him now. I mean.
See, I was sitting near them at the game, and it's the worst away support that's ever been at Celtic Park. There was just nothing. They were like, they didn't even sing a song before the game. They just stood there watching.
How many was there? How many of them turned up?
Maybe about 1,000 if you're lucky.
I was going to say about 1,200. Aye.
Fucking hell, that's even. I was surprised that you get a crowd like that. Even fucking hell.
They had like. Normally the away support in Europe would have like maybe 2 sections in that corner. Yeah. They had one, and they would be bit in the main stand where it.
CMT on the Twitch is saying 750.
Aye, didn't look much at all, and there was nothing about. They didn't have any like ultras. They didn't have any like. I was in a boozer and I finished work and I walked in. We were going for a pizza and I just went into that daft Goose and Union Street or whatever it's called now.
Oh, classy!
There was a table in the minute, right? About 20. They were all just weren't even talking to each other, man. Just sitting there and just like fucking old folk and like a mixture of old folk and oddballs. Do you know what I mean? There was just like fucking nothing about them. You know, normally I had them about earning the wee blather, but just you're like, they're just fucking strange. And it was just like, wasn't it like a proper football team?
Like I say, I mean, you guys have been in Leipzig. I went to Leipzig the first time, and I can't really remember. I don't think I spoke to any of them, if there wasn't. I mean, I just remember I was in Berlin, we get the train doing Celtic fans. That was the one that put us in that fucking corridor that took us about an hour and a half and walked around the whole bloody stadium. And then, and we were straight up the road afterwards. So I was saying that to me. But anyway, I had a wee chat with him tonight. the boy's a lovely guy. He's dedicated to what he's doing. He's put up a wee, like, I think the video goes up tomorrow. But so that was how. And really, I should have done one with Craig Anderson this week for Kilmarnock, because I've not done. So now there's 3 teams that I've not done this season. Would be Dundee United, Dundee, and Kilmarnock, and I'll probably catch them the next time we play them, and then I'll no do more until I'll do the European ones, but I'll no do the domestic ones until like we play the Huns or the Cup final or something like that.
The Dundee guy was good. You've had on before. He was really good.
Who was this?
The Dundee guy.
Ah, he's a good big. He's daft, isn't he, man? That's why
he was brilliant.
I've got to. I like. Fuck it. The Dundee United boys are excellent as well.
He's good as well. Aye.
Yeah, they're good. And I think Craig's very good. I need to get somebody special for the Huns. I'm not thinking about that.
Tell me something, Scott. See the RB Leipzig fan. Was he a fan of the like 5th division team that they took out?
No. This boy's story, like I said, he's basically his dad came either his mum or dad came from Leipzig, and his other one, whoever it is, came from Kiel, and they moved on to Australia, and he's basically been born in Australia, but he's obviously grew up with a German culture, and he's picked Leipzig as his team, and he's fell in love with them, and he supports them like a total die-hard Tim. I mean, he's got this show, and I don't think he's got many people listening to it, and he runs it like a professional. I mean, he's fucking more professional than us bums, you know what I mean? That's good, you know? You know what I mean? And see, to be honest, he came across like a right top guy, and he loves his team. I mean, you can't criticise that. You can criticise his team all you want for being shit and stuff, but in terms of a supporter, God bless him, you know what I mean? Because he was saying there, it's my dream to go all there and get to the stadium. He sits up at 2:00 every fucking day, every game, you know what I mean? He sits and watches every game, so...
Fair play to him.
Knows him, you know what I mean?
Fair play to him. Knows how to use the calendar as well. Fair play to him.
Aye, so... Well, see, this is the thing is, I need to go back and check to see if it is. I mean, like, fucking Joseph Agnew might have summed it up. Bloody drink must chew up that. Fuck it. It's a fair comment, kid. It's a fair comment. But, so is that us? So, like I say, the Room 1 will be back. I've just secured a Zagreb guy. I've got a Club Brews guy. Young Boys is proven to be a problem because I don't really want to type Young Boys into a fucking Google search.
If anybody knows any Young Boys, can you send me?
Available Young Boys.
I'll end up with 8 fucking video hunters in the door side.
Fuck's sake, Matt. Right, let's skip that one.
I will bleep that bit out. Edit that out. Fuck's sake.
Young man.
And obviously Liam's going to sort me a villa. A villa.
Yeah.
Apparently Liam's got all the tickets.
Yeah, Liam's a ticket guy, dude.
Here's the thing, though, right? See, remember that time we met you, Liam, for the tickets for the cup final, me and Joseph, right? He, every time he wants to go to a game, he goes, "You just call Liam." I'm like, Liam's not the fucking ticket guru, like, you know what I mean? He's just fucking.
I'm just the middleman. I'm the middleman, mate, to the real people.
Magoo's a ticket man.
Maguru.
Oh,
fucking don't start with fucking Jesus Christ.
Let's not tell that story you told us. Anyway, let's move on to the chicken on
see,
the phone.
See, just on that, I saw something on the huddle board tonight suggesting that Nirvana might be taking 5 buses down to Villa with tickets, obviously, so that'll be a fucking disaster as well.
It probably will.
That'll be a big chunk of tickets, won't it? That would be what, 500 tickets or something, you reckon?
Well,
None of us.
Nirvana.
No.
it's the same as what they do when they take a plane.
Who's that? Who is it?
Yeah, true enough.
Celtic's
Who you talking about?
Celtic's official travel partner.
Travel
Oh, right.
partner.
Ah, okay.
Nirvana.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So it'd be interesting to see.
So let's get down to the juicy parts. Leipzig on Tuesday. I suppose who wants to go first and talk about their experience going to the game?
I'll go first this one.
Oh, good man.
Go for it, Scott.
Lads, it was arguably the best ever football and performance I've seen for Celtic. Honestly, fuck, man. I didn't think my team could play that way. In a cold light of day, maybe things have went our way on the night. Maybe we've caught a wee bit of luck. Maybe they have not been at the high level they've been all season. Maybe. But I've watched teams come to Celtic Park. Cunts I've never heard of. And I've watched superstars come to Celtic Park, Riquelme, fucking Prozinecki, all the Barcelona guys. And they ping the ball about like it's the easiest thing in the fucking planet. And I watched my team do it the other night, and it was fucking magical, man. I never had a pint. I went straight to the game. I was up early, sober as a judge, and I soaked it all in. And I had, honest to God, one of the best experiences at Celtic. Now, we spoke earlier on about Dortmund and how low I was after it and how low we all were after it. That's a high. That's a high you could fucking bottle and sell for fucking shoe prices. Fuck's sake. That was it was majestic, man. We're playing the balls around the corner. Our centre halves are getting the ball and we're playing 3 and 4 passes, and the next thing you know, we're attacking them down the line. We're dragging them in, we're passing around them. In the way PSG done to us at Celtic Park, embarrassed us. We did this to somebody else. And the thing is, I spoke to this boy earlier, and I was saying to him, see his team are playing Stuttgart, they're playing Bayern, they're playing Bayern Munich, they're playing Dortmund, they're playing all these teams, so they're not up against teams who just pack the defence and your centre halves are playing on the halfway line 90% of the time in Scotland. Do you know what I mean? Even we play the Huns are sitting deep. You know what I mean? So they're used to having to play that type of football. We aren't, and we pressed them. We won the ball off them. We passed around them. My God. You think of the best results we've seen? Barcelona game, obviously. Right? Juventus. Fucking all 8 days. Even the Seville run was done through genuine quality and having a style. But we've never passed the ball out. We really haven't. We haven't controlled the game like that. Your man, the RB guy, told me the day, he says, it's very unusual for us to have less than fucking 45% possession. He says, even playing all the top teams, he says, against Man City, we're 50-50 with them, and we had 60% possession against them. It was fucking magic. We can't understate how good it was. It was brilliant, man. And we had and the irony is, we could have been 2-0 down. We probably should have been 2-0 down. But that doesn't fucking matter. That doesn't take away. See that second half? I was expecting them to come out and go for us, and we just fuck it. The disappointing thing is we never get more goals. There's the madness.
Maida should have had a hat trick on his own.
I mean, we'll go into the game and all the incident, but lads, I can't go all this, right? And it doesn't matter what happens now, right? Obviously, we'll put Jason. When I was thinking about this the other day, we're at the bridge and against Hibs State again. We dreamed, but now we're in a position. Let's go and fucking take it. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? It would be disappointing now not to fucking get through the playoffs at least.
Oh,
That's
So
mad. But how mad's that? How mad's that,
devastating.
innit?
And see, I agree with everything you've said, and I put it on our chat. I'm 52, and I've been going to Celtic games. My first game I was 4, right? But I've been going like, every week for about 10 or 11, and I've seen us in countless European games. That's the best Celtics ever played in a European game that I've been at. Ever.
Why you do it?
And the thing is, that's a team that's sitting second in the Bundesliga, right? So people can say, they weren't. Fuck off. That's a team that's second in the Bundesliga. And the Bundesliga to me is, it's top 3 leagues in the world anyway, right? So you would argue whether it's better than the Premiership or Serie A or bloody La Liga. I don't know. I don't know. But at the end of the day, and we're going about the money difference between teams, and we were lambasting, talking about how good Celtic were against Aberdeen, and the golfing money there is wild, right? So it can't really be celebrated in a way that you would like to, because it should be like that. Maybe no 6-0, but we've got so much. You can't really over-celebrate what's happening because it should happen, if you know what I mean. Although it's not as easy as doing that. We've got better players than them. But that RB Leipzig, on paper, have got better players than us. And we just absolutely ripped them a new arsehole. And you're right, Scott, they could have been 2-0 up, but we should have been 1-0 up before they scored a goal. We had a good chance at the start. But it's all ifs and buts, and it's about what you actually do. And the point that got me was we controlled that game of football. We had a 15-minute lull when they could have scored 3, to be honest with you. And I'm just saying to Ellie, fucking hell, this is looking grim here. And then we just got our foot in the ball and we just started playing. And before you know it, we were, even when we were 2-1 up, who was panicking? I was saying to my mate, Tony Manley was sitting next to us, and I was saying to him, I would still take a draw than new when it was 2-1, but I was deep down, I was like, we win this. And then we go to the third, and we could have got a fourth. And just everything about it, the control of Celtic and how good the midfield was and the work rate that they put in. And as you say, we were bossing them and they didn't have an answer for us. And that's a top class team. And I was at the Barcelona game, 11% possession. They could have beat us fucking 10-2 that day if all their shots had went in. Right? We rode our luck. We defended like dogs. But this one we didn't. We just absolutely bossed the game of football and managed it excellently. And just it was a privilege to be there and watch Celtic play in that manner. And I was awestruck by it, and every bit of credit's got to go to Brendan Rodgers, because see, after that Dortmund game, I know he produced the goods in Atlanta, and I didn't see that coming, and I certainly didn't see this coming. I could have seen us winning 2-1, but it'd have been a 2-1 with like 30% possession and getting a couple of goals in the breakaway and stuff like that. But see the way we managed that game of football and the way we actually played, and it was like, Jesus, man, sit back and fucking savour this. It was monumental for me. I've never seen a Celtic team do that against a top class team in my life.
Yep. Where's Liam? Liam fucked off again.
Just saying that his sound isn't working right, so he's fucked off.
He's pissing off.
Never come back.
He's done.
He'll be back.
Right, so, Marty.
Marty?
Okay. Yes, what? Did you ask
I'm
me something?
interested in Marty because you don't give a fuck about games like this, right?
No, right. So, I have to say, I was actually very calm watching the match. I didn't think, I was in no stage was a panicking. Even when they scored, you were going, this is their usual. Well, there's two ways I could have went. Our usual, we huffed and puffed for the first 20 minutes, then the other team scores and we collapse. But because it was a set piece goal, I was kind of going, well, it was a fucking set piece. You know what I mean? It wasn't like a piece of play that, you know, dumbfounded us or something like that. So it was just like, right, let's see what happens now. And you know, I think what happened next makes it all the more remarkable. You know, that we could have easily in previous years just wilted and, as Scott said, been humiliated by like a PSG or something and kind of fucking threw in the towel. But they I mean, seeing like sporting triangles breaking out all over the pitch, players starting tight to each other, not panicking over the ball, tip-tapping when other teams, would you be expecting other teams to dispossess us and punish us? You know, it was unreal. Like Scott says, I was just watching it go, that's fucking unbelievable. Do you know what I mean? And if you had a lost narrowly or, you know, maybe got a draw or whatever, you would go, well, fair enough, they're a decent team and whatever else. But the way we just kept it in the same gear the whole time, we were absolutely relentless in terms of pressing and, you know, not allowing them to settle at all on the ball. I had the fucking match stats. Where is it? I had the match stats earlier. Give us a wee second. I have them here. Just need to open my phone.
Got them up a wee second ago.
No, that was a Barcelona one, mate.
Oh, was it?
I know. Just every time I think somebody keeps tampering with the stats because I'm pretty sure sure enough it was 27% possession. But every time I see we get less and less.
Aye.
Well, I have the match stats here. So 60.4% possession.
Yeah.
Holy fuck. 17 shots on target versus 10, of which 5 were on target versus 3, with 8 shots off target, but 4 block shots against 3. And then the touches in the box, with 25 touches in the box over Leipzig's 15. You know, aerial duels won more than them. They fouled us more. It was just fucking like, you know what I mean? It was outstanding to watch. It was enjoyable to watch. It was absorbing. You know, you were just drawn in. One of you mentioned half time, but if you remember, you probably don't remember because on the TV coverage, Leipzig came out first, and the commentators made mention that Celtic hadn't emerged in the dressing room yet. So whatever happened in the dressing room at half time, you know, was scored at such an advantageous time in the half, and you know he was clearly laying out a technical road to finish off the game. And like Hatate's goal was beneficial, you know. It was the result of a goalkeeper's mistake, which we punished. But how many times has that role been reversed, where we made a silly mistake somewhere on the pitch and we're punished for it? So again, it's a showing of maturity in the side. I don't know why that just want to.
If you look at the screen now, we've got the second goal up here in front of us.
The press is unbelievable.
That's a Celtic goal to lose. Yeah. Try to be fucking wide, getting caught in the back, faffing about, and punished. It's majestic.
That's the goal that Juventus score against us.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know,
do you know the Leipzig boy said to me, do you think Maeda means to fresh air that one? I was like, this is fuck, man.
I tell you what, how good was Greg Taylor there?
Oh, he's here. If you watch it, right, because some people only notice him coming in for that. He's involved in the press, deep in the press, and he backs out, runs around, goes into the box, and then makes that run. And he basically tells Tati, put it there, and then runs, and then fucking just literally just pushes it on.
And for a Tati to have the vision to do it, you know, because he's not there at the time. He's making the run. Tati's played that to nowhere.
No. If you watch it, Jabo, you can see Greg Taylor pointing, going, "I'm going there," and he runs. That's what Hatari plays it. The square. I mean,
and that's what I said earlier on. Maeda could have scored that one. He also had the one where
the first half one. He's going to hit the target.
Hold on. Was it Kuhn put him through?
Beautiful outside. What a ball!
The side of the foot.
I would have been one of the top goals of the tournament had that been scored.
You know what I mean? It was just like easier to or harder to miss. You know,
the thing as well. See that save there. See if you rewind that, Scott. You see me standing right behind it. See the save Casper Schmeichel's made. I'm in the front row, and we can't see it. See because of that advertising.
Right.
So all I see is Casper Schmeichel going down, and I'm just waiting and them going away and celebrate. I'm like, he's fucking safe.
He's a picture save, man.
Aye.
What a save, huh?
This one here.
Here's shout to him as well. He was fucking brilliant.
He'd 4 or 5, like, really, really good saves, like solid saves. Not just sort of fucking catching the
That
ball
one
out of the
there.
sky. Yeah.
What colour Jakey, man?
We need to catch it now. To catch it, Jabo.
No,
on
it's
camera.
there I'm there with the Kafka, just at the right of the post. There you go.
The fucking Lord Mayor of the world, there he is. But if you look at that save, it's actually a double save. It hits off his hand, then hits the ground.
Look at this. Look at this, guys.
He's with the pressure. Yeah, so who's that passing out?
Just but
commentators, I can't fucking see.
When you look at this football, I mean, obviously for the listeners right here watching the game, they own the, can they see it as well if they're watching YouTube, Scott?
If they're watching YouTube, you can watch it, yeah.
Aye.
Yeah, so again, look, Hatate was just fortuitous. He ran in,
You make your head work.
He 100%, isn't this is exactly it. You know what I mean? And you're waiting for those moments. And I say, how many times has it been us? Like somebody has been playing brilliant the whole game, and then a wee lapse in concentration somewhere, and bang, you're fucked. So it's great to see us turning the tables. And Scott was
guys, none of you guys would have seen it from where you, especially where you were, Jason. So I see Hatate, right? We were talking about it in our chat, Marty. You saw when Jerry was talking about in the chat. I am 100% certainty that Hatate's been wanting to get a move for Celtic. I think he's ready for it. He thinks he's ready for it. Obviously, the injuries last season didn't afford him that. I think he would have took it this summer, but it was never going to happen. And he can look like a wee huffy bugger, but he was outstanding against Aberdeen. He was outstanding the other night, and he looked so happy on the pitch. He looked content playing at that level. And there was a bit at the end where Kyogo was getting off, and you don't often see it for him. He runs up and grabs Kyogo and gives him a big hug, and then looks around to the fans and starts pointing at him and clapping as if, clap this guy. And Hatate looked well into it, man. It was, I don't know. If they all must have enjoyed being part of that. I mean, see when Hatate stuck the ball through the boy's leg and then he fucked it through to Kyogo, and Kyogo's done. By the way, see Kyogo, their best spell the first 10 minutes, and then they come into it, and then Kyogo came into the game, and whilst they didn't have we didn't have many shots at all, his use of the ball was outstanding. I mean, there was points where he was getting it and he was dropping the shooter and he was dragging guys wide. He was creating so much space. It was it's fucking. Oh.
And here's the thing, Scott, right? No harking back to Ange Postecoglou, right? But Kyogo wouldn't have been doing that under Ange, because remember we all complained about Kyogo driving deep and playing more involved in the game. That's Brendan Rodgers that's brought that into his game. We're not getting as many goals, but we're getting, I mean, the runs that he makes, pulling defenders left, right and centre, giving the midfielder space, he's got so much more his game, and it's very unselfish play. He doesn't stop the full game. He's always doing stuff. And I'll tell you, we need to talk about Brendan Rodgers here, because after that Dortmund game, I was doubting him and just saying I don't think he's got it, and totally threw it back in my face, which I'm absolutely fucking delighted about. What that guy's done with that team, and see the players that he's actually improving, it's frightening. And the way this Celtic team's playing now, as I say, that's the best I've ever seen.
Stop now, Joe. Did you see, because I played that thing, we've been knackered off of YouTube. Do we want to start a new one? Part 2?
Have we?
Aye.
No.
That's my fault.
Bollocks.
No, you don't want to fucking chop it up. We're going to wrap this up in about a half an hour.
Well, no, I don't want to have to fucking put up 2 different audio clips. So.
Right, all right. Okay.
Has Twitch been this?
Well, I'm just checking the new. So at least we know.
The folk are saying it's back on.
Back on, it's back on. Right,
can see
okay,
it
so
Here we go.
we know
Here
we
we
can't be
fucking
flicking
go.
videos.
Nobody stops at Homeboys. There you go. Good.
Yeah, I've seen your league table there. So, I don't know if we're going to go individually the players either. And we were talking last week after the Dundee game about the kind of the A team and the B team. But even when the subs came on, we didn't miss a beat.
I was going to say that, Marty, and I was a bit worried. Taking Carter Vickers off, and just Kuhn coming off, and you're saying to yourself, these guys are fucking. You lose the shape. They could say Leipzig got a goal, and next time we've got guys that aren't they fucking in the. They're no kind of up to the speed of the game and things like that, and none of that came to pass. And I was delighted, but I was panicking. See with the amount of subs that he made, because you're like, it's gone that well, But the work rate that the guys had put in, obviously you can't grumble because it worked out perfect. But I was panicking. But you're right, not one of the subs come on and done anything wrong at all. Never missed a beat. And we scored another goal, obviously, by either just a couple of inches at a wee bit offside. But fucking hell, it was biblical. It was. And I'm no gone totally overboard, but as I say, it's the best European game I've ever watched Celtic play.
See, that's not going overboard, Jason. That's your opinion, and people can't criticise your opinion. Know what I mean?
I know, but it's like I'm very positive. I'm kind of like it's fucking best ever, and stuff like that. And but that genuinely is, and the
Scott was trying to work out what one earlier on would be of a similar standard. For me, it was the Lyon game at home.
Yeah, that's what I said. The Lyon game, because Liam Miller was magic, and we beat them. You think all the games all the years, right? So nothing really comes close in my lifetime before Martin O'Neill turns up. Nothing, right? There's none at all. The boys, Jason, I don't know about Real Madrid and stuff like that, but nothing.
I was too young. Exactly.
In the 80s, we had some decent results. But in the 90s, nothing really, did we? Nothing at all. Do you know what I mean?
Biggest game I'd been to probably Dynamo Kiev. Fucking Tony Sheffield scored that, one each. I think that.
And then you get
the Liverpool match in the 90s would have been the biggest one, but it was a draw.
It was a draw, and but we never, at no point under Wim Jansen, however much we want to love Wim Jansen, God bless him, that Celtic never played football like that. Celtic never controlled a European game like that. Celtic against Liverpool was very much a fucking Battle of Britain type performance where fucking everybody was just busting their hole, big tackles and all that. Do you know what I mean? And then
it was totally that. See, to be fair, right? See, when you actually take a step back, right? See, when you look at it, if you look at we're talking Champions League here, right? So it's kind of different. We were talking Europa League for a lot of these games, right? So straight away, it's no on the same level. But if you look back, football wasn't played the way it's played now. There wasn't that passing, control of games. It was all blood and guts. And when we had Larson and Sutton up front and stuff like that, I thought it was route one, and it was getting the ball to a gaff and stuff like that. And it was very quick and blood and guts, as I say, and powerful defenders. And it wasn't you wouldn't get Bobo Baldy and stuff like that, passing the ball about the back and keeping possession. It was a different game. But the way we played the other night, we've kind of moved into that. It took us fucking. Barcelona have been doing it for 20 years, right? But we've kind of moved into that sphere now that we can play that type of football, which I didn't really think we were capable of against a top class team.
But it just shows you us. We're still getting the balls in that position, and we're all going, We're all fucking, don't fuck up, know what I mean? Whilst, as you say, all these teams, that's what they've been doing for years. Ping, 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 ping. And then they add the pressure into it. And this is what Rodgers has been wanting for Celtic since the first time. Definitely.
Yep.
And we've got it to a point and it worked. And he deserves credit. I mean, I say this almost every show. We made a comment back in the day where we said we're going to judge games on what we've seen. We're not going to judge it on what could happen or what did happen. Marty's always a great one for don't look in the past. So we're talking about this game, and Celtic were fucking brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And you can't take it off his man. It was brilliant. It was everything you said, and I don't think anything comes near it. Do you know what? I'd maybe go back and watch that Leon game. I went back and watched the whole Juventus 4-3 game, and that was just mental. You know what I mean? You can't say Celtic dominated that game. That was just down to fucking individuals. Brilliance by us and them that game. That was mental.
The Inter Milan game at Celtic Park as well, when we were getting beat, coming back for that.
3-3.
Aye, but James says on the chat, Sporting Lisbon 5-0. That was amazing, but it was a totally different era of football. It was like in Sporting Lisbon. To be fair, weren't they they wouldn't have been sitting second in the Bundesliga, I don't think, with fucking multi-million £1 worth of fucking talent playing. But I definitely look at the Cologne 3-0, brilliant. Beat 2-0 in Cologne, then beat them, but they weren't. I think that was a Cup Winners' Cup, or was it UEFA Cup? Wasn't definitely
UEFA Cup. We could be off with Dortmund in the next round.
UEFA Cup. And we've seen loads of European games, but it was a different game back then, and we didn't have the players. I mean, you look at half the players that played with Celtic then, they couldn't play this type of football that you're playing.
I also think, like you're saying there, the European football's moved on to a point where the haves have kind of stretched away for the have-nots. So for us, let's not paint ourselves as paupers here. We're still spending a pretty penny in comparison to a lot of things. But to us getting to this point, you said it there, I didn't think I'd see Celtic passing the ball about the way we did.
No.
And it leads into questions. I don't know if we're ready to talk about the questions, but it leads into the standard of player. Now, we've all fucking bummed up Scales through his rejuvenation at Celtic, and we spoke about Trusty, and we questioned Trusty the same as the wider support did. But Trusty came in and played a game that could Scales have matched that? Maybe, but I've got my doubts. I think Trusty maybe is a next level on the big boy. Do you know what I mean?
I'm kind of thinking that way as well, and I love Liam Scales and he's done brilliant. But Trusty's come in and he's hardly put a foot wrong. He's been, and I didn't think he had it in him. I had Big Thomas's brother's a coach in the US, but at a high level. He didn't rate him. Big Pat watched him at Sheffield United and says, didn't he think he was all right against lesser opposition, but when he was playing against the top teams, he was caught on the ball. I think he's been outstanding. He's been fucking amazing.
Two European games, he's looked magic. I mean, like I say, the Dortmund game, at this point, I'm not going to batter anybody on the head for that game. Do you know what I mean? But
that's been. I tell you, it'd be interesting, right? See if we went our next away game was Dortmund away. I would love to see that now, because I think this might just be total bullshit in my head, right? But I think Rodgers learned a hell of a lot for that game, because I'm only going with the next two games and how different we've played as a team, and I would love to actually revisit that game now. I would love, right, in an ideal world, I would love us to have played Dinamo Zagreb away and beat them that game, but now coming up against Dortmund away. But probably they two games wouldn't happen, because I think the Dortmund game had to happen for the Atalanta game and the RB Leipzig game.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Aye.
But nah, you can ram go to Dortmund. I don't want you.
No.
I don't want to do it again.
It was just, I come home for the game, right? I finished work, had one pint, went to Paisano with Ellie and Mick and his two boys, and then we drove up to the game and had a can of beer in the car, into the game, walked into the game, and then left and a can and the way back home, and then I get home and there was like 3 cans in the fridge. I just went up the stairs, stuck the telly on and went onto YouTube and just went down a rabbit hole, watching everything today and watched that videos and not everything about the game. And I couldn't get to sleep till about 2 in the morning. And I woke up at 6 in the morning, took Toffee at the park, ready for work on fresh as a daisy. Do you know, just one of the moments, because you're sitting drinking a beer, but you're just buzzing when you watch. You know, and it's just like fucking you wake up this spring in your step and it's like, what podcast can I listen to? And wow. And I'll tell you another thing, right? I'm not wanting to fucking slag any Celtic podcast, whatever. But I'd say to you,
Here we go.
I've never watched that act song at all, right? But correct me if I'm wrong, but was there 5 guys sitting there talking about the game that none of them had been to the game?
I think that's
in fairness, Jason, right? You're never going to get that the same way as Joe and Marty. I'm never going to get that. Sit and listen to guys. I mean, it's like watching the stream. It's like watching guys watching football. I can't understand why anybody in the world is going to do that when there's a game on the telly.
Yeah.
Right, but that's the way of the world. So
there we are.
Do you know what I did find? See that Celtic supporters podcast? The young guy, and he's got another couple of guys with him, and they stand outside the ground after the game and talk about it.
Right.
They're brilliant. They've actually been to the game, and then I went back and watched them. They were at Atalanta as well, and fair play to them, sober, no that good on you boys. He's got and right professionally done. But the guys are actually going to the game and watching the game and then talking about the game. And see that, I'm all over that. That's absolutely brilliant. That's guys that's actually going to the game, watching the game, supporting Celtic. But see, turning things on that you've got guys sitting in their rooms that's been watching the game on the telly and then pontificating about the game. And you're like, what the fuck's going on?
But here, Jabo, there's one person that I can think of that kind of encapsulates the kind of whole thing you're talking about, right? Do you know your man from Dublin that does the Liverpool thing where he watches the game and he shouts? You see him all the time on TikTok. He's doing live shows with Liverpool legends now, Jason. People are paying tickets to go and watch this dude interview.
There's money to be made.
Right? That's where that kind of sort of ecosystem of podcasting exists. We are not living in that ecosystem, and again, it's choice. It's choice.
See, to be honest with you, Joe, you've missed a trick here because you were into this before anything, right? If you'd actually tried to monetize this, you could be sitting there with fucking loaded.
I know, but Jabo, that was again. If it would never cross my mind to do it, right? There was conversations at one time about Patreon, but then it just seemed like too much hassle, right? Because it took away.
Just when it comes to it couldn't be
exactly. No, because it took away from what I get into it to do, which was hang out with Harper in the very first place. You know what I mean? Because he was only selling.
Where did that cunt go to? He's away at gigs.
He's balls deep somewhere. You know what I mean. but again, think about it this way, right? Would you have come on if I was a guy trying to make money?
No,
exactly. So again, I always looked at these things in a very organic sense, going like, you do it for the reasons you do it for. You don't like what I always wanted to get out of this, right? This is me being very honest. So I was living here about Balbriggan, right? Didn't really know any Celtic fans. Wasn't really any kind of Celtic sort of environment around me. I would drive to Rush which is probably 2 towns over, to ever watch, like, this is like back in like the early 2000s, like 2005, 2006, to watch the Huns game and be on TV. And then I wound up working in a factory, and then fucking it was all Liverpool fans, Man United fans, and as a Celtic fan, and you kind of like, it's patronizing as fuck, put it that way, right? When you're kind of like trying to be a Celtic fan in that environment. But that never bothered me. And then Harper came in, and he had a fucking Celtic jersey on, and then kind of we gravitated to each other. And he was in the podcast, and so I was like, going, you know what? It's nice to have this fucking person to talk about Celtic with, because again, that's what we love to do. That's what this fucking whole thing's about, right? So as that kind of grew, all I ever wanted out of it was a network of people that I could speak about Celtic with. That was the only thing I ever wanted. There was beyond that, everything else was a fucking bonus. I mean, friendships, tickets, whatever fucking experiences. Beyond that was all a bonus. All I wanted was people to talk about Celtic with. That was it.
Magic, mate. I've heard that story about 40 times, so it just feels like looking in a mirror sometimes. Because I like repeating things. But by the way, for the wee text here, straight from Los Angeles, the chairman of the is he the chairman? Marty Fashion.
He's not treasurer.
Treasurer, but he's fucking something anyway.
He's fucking king, all right?
Right. This is how the text goes, right? So we'll go back to the start of the podcast when we spoke about a Christmas appeal. You know what's coming to the boys, don't you?
Oh, Versace, baby, let's go.
There we go. Hey, mate, send in the annual Versace bag for the raffle. I know people might be fed up with them, but it's something. Send me your address.
Here. Is it possible to request a non-neon orange one this year? That was complicated to sell to the crowd. This is that. I held it up. I mean, look, who wants to win this Protestant Versace bag?
Well, Marty Fashion never lets us down. Fucking legend, mate. Need get back on a pod.
Yeah, he was top class. So he was top class.
Fuck, send him the link. See if he can join in. He's fucking listening to the new Marty. You want to join?
Where is he? Here, I'll sit here.
I've got the link here. I'll send him it.
I send him the link. Get him on the ball.
He's having a wedding reception in Glasgow, by the way.
Anyway, it's like this is like Noel's house party. If Noel's house party was full of jiggies.
Here, did you fucking see the thing I sent into the group chat there?
What'd you send?
The Huns are delighted that they made 150 grand from
I didn't see that.
What?
150 grand from the draw.
Marty Fashion's fucking Versace bags worth 150 grand, fuck's sake.
You know what? We should open this raffle up to Rangers fans.
Marty Fashion's Versace bag could buy fucking 1,500 Hun teams.
Exactly.
Did
anybody see the clip of your man? The
comedian? Oh fuck! Wait, you get this. This is pop star material. I've sent him the link. He says, "I'm on a plane from LA to New York here."
Fuck's sake!
There we go. That's kind of folk we're dealing in the Homebhoys troops.
Listen. We have a spectrum of people, don't we? Really, essentially. I mean, there's a high end and then there's a low end.
Everyone's a fuckwit. Jesus, imagine spending Thursday night listening to
way,
fucking balls.
Need to try and get him to join on the plane. That'd be fucking class.
Here, did anybody see the clip about Neil Delamere when he was asked on one of the podcasts? Neil, have you heard about Snoop Dogg wanting to invest in Celtic, right? And Neil Delamere goes, "Wouldn't it be amazing if Snoop Dogg bought Celtic?" He says, "Because, you know, then 50 Cent could buy Rangers." Then he goes, "I don't mean the rapper. I mean, actually, 50 Cent could buy Rangers."
Fucking class. Absolute class.
So to bring it back to football for next game, Club Bruges, 3 weeks?
Apparently they've taken a massive allocation.
Oh, they'll bring thousands.
Or apparently they have. So I'm assuming we give 2,500 on a European night. So that apparently they've taken a lot.
Are they not second from the bottom? Or is that Young Boys?
No, it'll be Young. Bruges won last night, sure.
Okay, that's right. Fuck, I think your man Tyrone Mings.
Picked it up like a fucking cab.
Yeah. Club Brugge have got
Club Brugge.
Club Brugge. Bruges is a place, Brugge is a team. Aye. Well, like I say, I'm speaking to a fella in a couple of
What
weeks.
about
So,
the fucking Vietnamese?
aye, damn straight.
They're filming midgets in Brugge.
It's a fucking fantasy land, mate.
Aye, so I mean, not that we want to get ahead of ourselves, but I mean, after Tuesday, I mean,
First thing is you want to negotiate this international break, and I see that fucking Kyogo has been called up for Japan, so then all three of the Japanese players are going to be away. So again, Scales is in the Ireland team, Trusty and Carter Vickers will probably be away to America. So it's just getting everybody back fucking with no damage done. That's what you're wanting first and foremost.
Well, see, the thing is, Club Brugge have got 6 points, we've got 7. And the general acceptance to get in the playoff, you're looking to get 9 points. 9 points should get you in the playoffs. So both of us win the game. Either one is win the game. It puts them in a great place. So, and I don't think there'll be much between the teams. I think there'll be a decent team. So again, it's making up to be a fucking awesome night. It's going to be a fucking bumper, man. If you look at that league table, you'll see I've kind of cut off at 11th and 20th. So 8th is Aston Villa's in the last place of the automatics. We're in the fucking playoff positions now, and Paris Saint-Germain are in the top team of out currently with 4 points. So there's the difference.
It's ridiculous to beat the teams that we're ahead of, like Real Madrid.
Wild, isn't it?
Real Madrid, Bayern
Just
Munich,
shows you the
Inter
draw is
Milan,
just-
Paris, it's fucking crazy.
Our draw has been excellent. See when you look at Leipzig's draw. Fuck.
Exactly, mate.
But the
They're
thing is,
wild.
but the thing is too, Jason, it could have been even like because basically we're enjoying 10th, and if I hadn't to give all those fucking goals away against fucking Dortmund, would have been sitting pretty with the Bratislava result. So I mean, it just goes to show you that you cannot have a one size fits all approach, a plan fucking A and a plan A at this level.
But if there's any justice in the draw, Leipzig should have Slovan Bratislava for the last 4 games.
No, fuck me, I know. Do you know what I mean? So, but if it just shows you like that this new format, just the margins are so narrow, and you can skip right up through the fucking the run here just by playing, winning football, but you don't have to fucking win by a million fucking goals. The Celtic way, shite. Just fucking pick your fucking teams and play the way you can when you can, but adjust your tactics to suit other ones. And that's why I think we were also surprised at the Atalanta performance, because that shows that they can fucking do it. Do you know what I mean?
There's all your fixtures there, guys. Some amount of games in the next 3 months.
Oh, it's a lot of football, isn't it?
That's to the end of January.
And like Rogers is saying, there's no real training happening at the minute. He said it a couple of times. There's just no.
We're talking about 9 games in January.
It's 20 games from Sunday to the end of January.
There's no winter break, is there? Is there a winter break set?
No winter break, mate.
Nothing, no.
Didn't think so.
Now you're going fucking like look how tight it is there. So you're going 22nd, 26th, 29th, 2nd January, 5th January, 8th January, 11th January, 14th. Fuck me, man.
Aye, the fucking old pocket's getting fucking slapped about, man.
Where see players like Luke McCann and stuff, that's where they really are worth their
Yeah.
Here's what I want to talk about. Which one of these December or January's fixtures is Scott McCrory going to hit the win?
Well, probably all of them.
I'm going to say it's going to be Motherwell. No, hold on, Tannadice.
Tannadice is a good shout. Maybe the cup final. I can't see it happening before that. Club Brugge, it's not happening, definitely. I want to remember again.
Drunk scat.
I might get a bottle of wine for the 2nd of January.
Got about win tomorrow, by the sense of folks. Oh man.
But all stuff to look forward to, do you know what I mean? And like the Huns are going to have this fucking run now where they're doing quite well, and they're going to think that they're fucking, you know,
Brilliant. Yeah.
and then we're just, as Sutton says, all being well, we'll pull their fucking trousers down again at the cup final. But if you remember, a couple of years ago, we played them in the League Cup final in December, and we fucking just scraped that match by the skin of our balls. The 1-0 game. Was that under Ange or was that under Lennon? Under Ange, wasn't it?
Which game?
What game was that, Marty?
Did we not play them in a cup final or a couple of years ago in December?
Aye, we beat them in the League Cup final under Lennon.
Lemon, and it was seriously fucking.
Well,
They,
fucking
I was
rotten, though, and then they beat
Christopher Julian goal.
they were fucking.
Christian Julian, Christopher Julian, and but we were
it's not all-
stinking. And remember, what I always remember that game was no 100%, but I don't know. We look like we've got Sohan gone, and now Sohan in the heats. They knew that we want to be putting everybody to the sword. But to come back to your earlier point, I'd like us to see is if you can get the boy Turley in as well with regards to all these games.
Yeah.
100%.
Because this is a perfect time. We've spoken about bringing new guys in when you're bringing young guys in
That's
when
the
you're
perfect
doing.
time.
It's a
Absolutely.
perfect time to draft them in
Yeah.
because anybody in this team, look at Yang. Yang's a guy who's been wrote off, and Palmer's been given chance after chance after chance. And Yang came on that pitch the other day, and Yang was amazing, absolutely amazing.
Really good. And by the way, Palmer done well when he came on against Atalanta.
Yeah, so he did, mate. And it's Marty spoke about it. You need these guys to be fucking weighing in. There's no use being part of a squad if you're not towing your fucking
Yeah.
weight. We
100%.
need these guys for people listening on the podcast. We'll put up the fixtures from this Sunday through to Wednesday, the 29th of January. And we've got, what did you say, Joe? 20 games in there?
20 games, huh?
20 games. I
It
mean,
is shit. But this is the other thing too, right? We've went out and broke our transfer record this year, and like the weary Willie in the Celtic thing is going, we broke the fucking transfer record, and you're going, I know, but we need to now consistently break our transfer record because our reserve players need to be as good as the first team players if we're playing this amount of football and if we're going to make any impact at this fucking level, and it's actually worth it in the end because you get your money back. Like with an extra.
What did you get for the other night? Is it no 1.5
nearly
million?
four. We're sitting at about 4.5 million at the minute. Do you know what I mean? So it's like half a fucking Alameda back already, just from the first few fixtures. You know, and if we're going to push ourselves on into I think you get $1 million. I think you get $1 million for getting into the qualifying the next round, not the top 8, the top whatever the fuck. What you said was 16.
So that's a good segue to come in there, right? What chances do you guys think that we've got to get into the top 8?
I think it's a stretch.
I don't think it's happening.
But here.
I think it's the situation we find ourselves in right now, like this particular moment, in terms of how we played against Leipzig, in terms of kind of where we're sitting in the table. I wouldn't say it's a stretch. I'd say it's a possibility, not a probability.
Aye, I would agree with that.
Basically, just saying maybe aye, maybe not.
Aye, but I said it better than that.
Well, the projected points total that the computer has come up with is 16 points, gets you top 8. So we're sitting in 7 and we've got 4 games left. So should write off because I think we can get something there.
Well, look, listen, if we do, great, right? But our target at the minute is just to make sure we're as high up that fucking run as we can. We're sitting where any of us would have taken this position, any of us early on.
Yep.
You know, they we had basically the matters in our own hands, sort of thing, and we'll have decent fixtures to come. So fucking who knows? But you're getting an extra $1 million just for getting into that thing round. If you get through that, then it's 11 million, and that's not including your ticket money and your fucking t-shirts.
So sorry, Marty. If you get that, it's $1 million. But if you win that game, it's 11 million.
11 million into the next bit.
So if we get in the top 8, it's 11 million.
Yep. Yeah.
Fucking hell.
So, but that's, as I say, that's not including the money you actually make, and that. Hold on, that's only the prize money, Jason. That's not the broadcast money. No, there's another chunk of money comes in for TV.
It's totally fine to dream, Marty.
You get 11. Sorry, Marty. You get 11 million quid for getting to the last 16 of the Champions League.
Hardly so. That's what the radio said. One of them fucking radio stations yesterday.
Surely can't go from 1 million to 11 million.
No, the 1 million is for you. Is the qualifier? Is the next qualifier? That's for getting into to play another game. But then you get. Sure, you're in. Sure, it's a top fucking 6. It's you know what I mean. You're coming towards the end of the fucking competition at that stage. It's serious fucking. It's fabulous money. Like.
But see the winner of the Champions League gets fucking 80, 90 million or so. I don't know what they get. But
I don't know.
Surely you're not getting 11 million.
I'm only going by what I heard.
Do you reckon if we won the Champions League, we'd get a friendly on next season ticket?
Don't be so silly.
Do you know what? Right here's how the mental gymnastics in my head's gone. Right. See after that, I mean, RB Leipzig are no the fucking best team in the world, right? And maybe we're getting away fucking ahead of ourselves, right? Obviously they're a good side, and I just still stand by what I said. You know how well we played. I'd get the mental gymnastics in my head saying, we could maybe go against the top teams now. We've learned how to play against them. We can do it. And then the cold light of day hits you. We've not even qualified in the top 24 yet. We've still got fucking games to play. And fucking, imagine they come up against Club Bruges or whatever you want to call them, and they fucking do a number on us. And then you're just like, fuck.
Aye, this is why we're not professional football players, Jason, because our mains go, we beat fucking Leipzig. We're the best fucking team in the world.
This is what Marty was saying just there, and I've got it in front of me just to kind of confirm. In euros, and I ain't changing fucking things. You can all work it out.
I'll go on the XE.
Every draw in the league phase gets you €700,000. Every win gets you €2.1 million. Now, for every team who it makes the knockout round, so that's any team who finished between, what did we say, 8th and whatever it was, 16th?
9th to 24.
9 to 24. So every team that goes in that, they all get another €1 million. But if you come through that, as Marty says, you get €11 million.
Fuck's sake. So if you finish in the top 8, you get €11 million.
Yeah. You get 12 million, huh? Because you'll get that fucking million that you.
The extra million.
And then
right.
If you get to the quarterfinals, you get another 12 and a half. You get to the semi-final, you get 15. If you're runner up, 18 and a half. And the winner gets 25. So we'll book ourselves in for 18 and a half, won't we? Fuck's sake.
But do you know what I mean? Like, it is staggering figures. Like,
wild, isn't it?
And staggering figures. And again, it's enough to cover us for, years and years in terms of, we've a fuck ton of money in the bank. We're not even spending. That's that kind of.
€11 million works out at about £9.1 million.
So that's out of media just from coming through around the clock.
I mean, it's something to go for. I mean, the irony being, lads, is Marty's kind of touching on here, is we've got 2 rounds during the transfer window.
Yep.
Yep.
Push the fucking boat out. We've got the money. I don't know. Where do you think we should upgrade?
Left back.
I honestly don't think Valley's going to go back to Barcelona. I think that's fucking
enough. We've not even covered that, right? I was sitting in the car.
Why did Taylor stop?
I was sitting in the car walking ready to get into the game, and it just came up on the radio, out on Radio Clyde or whatever, and they said that the news is that Barcelona want to end these. They're going to end these loan spell with Celtic. So what? Nothing's really been said about it since then. No, read about. Did any of you hear that?
No,
It was in the news yesterday, and I heard it on Tuesday as well.
But it came from the Sun.
If
So
it's on,
what's in this
if it's on
stuff?
Twitter and in the papers, it must be fucking true. Literally, embassy was just. All I heard was it was online, and that's it.
Apparently, they were saying that Barcelona have like a fucking some sort of recruitment crisis or something. They can't get a left back. I'd be staggered if that's fucking true. Do you know what I mean? I mean, Barcelona are doing well this year. And you know,
then you seen Greg Taylor was starting, and you're like, it must be fucking something in this. But obviously, he come on. But look, surely when you get a loan deal, you've got a deal for the period of that time that they can't bring him back.
Yeah, it depends. It depends on the deal. And I'm basing this firmly on playing Football Manager. You can put things in that you can structure your loan deal. Like so loan deals. If you're asking for the player, generally you're paying a fee. If players are offered out to you, generally there's no fee. You maybe cover wages. Do you know what I mean? And then you've got like the loan deals like the Jota and the Bernardo where you agree a deal. Should he? You've got the loan deals like Maeda where we'll give him for a loan for a year, but you've got to buy him in 6 months' time. And then you've got deals like this. By all accounts, he signed a new deal the day he left, and they said that we didn't have a buy it option on him because they want to keep him. He's seen as a future. And I think is it the boy Baldy who plays fullback? Is that correct? I don't know. But I'm led to believe he's not been great, but he's a fucking Spanish international, so I don't know how ungreat he is. But I don't know. I'd really hope to keep him, but I did think it was strange that he never started. However well I thought Taylor did at points.
Aye. Very weird, but he's a player, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a valid player.
Take him a minute. So it's... But
that's it. We're fucking great. We're looking ahead to Sunday now. Do you know what I mean? Just hope again we keep the standards up at home or in the league at home. Do you know what I mean? Our own home league, not a home match. You know, and keep on pushing on.
Come on, it'll be tough, and they'll be busting to fucking beat us.
Oh, 100%. They will be.
What you could do?
That pitch.
Would you be starting either?
I don't see why not.
Last time I played there, it worked with aplomb.
And I probably wouldn't play Carter Vickers on that pitch. Put Scales and Trusty in. Not a problem.
Here's the thing. See the way he brought Carter Vickers off. Do you think he's obviously still like? Do you think that's maybe going to be a thing going forward?
I mean, see his interview the other week where he spoke about Carter Vickers. It doesn't sound like that problem's ever going to go away. He did spoke. He says he has an issue with his toe, and he says, and the only thing that will mend it is rest. There's no surgery to be done on it. He says whatever he said. Roger said it. He called it whatever the fuck it's called, and he says, and it's only rest will fix this. And at times we could have rested Carter Vickers and we didn't because we needed him. So I think every opportunity he's going to get, he'll take him off. Or he's not playing. I wouldn't play him the weekend. It's just
no. I mean, if we go, the only thing to say about he's going to go away with America and he's unlikely to play. So, do you know what I mean? He's not as if we'd need him to rest. However, like you say, if he's not going to, because the thing is, he's going to be away training as well. The irony being, if we could, this would be one I would be. Well, I mean, what is America's games? Are they friendlies or are they?
Don't know. I haven't a clue.
Here's the thing. He's playing in the Champions League in the best fucking league in the world, effectively, and he's shining, and he's not going to get a game for America.
Nah, so he's the CONCACAF Nations League quarterfinals, 2 legs this Friday and then Tuesday. So they're fucking important games. But but I don't think he'll get a game. I don't think so. I mean, I think Trusty's in front of him.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
I'm
look,
looking at the team
fingers crossed he doesn't get a fucking game. That's the point. Like,
That's aye. I mean,
You know what?
ultimately, like I said, him no going at all would have been better, and then he could have fucking just properly chilled. You know what I mean? Because you look at McGregor, you can't be telling McGregor's no fucking benefiting for no playing for Scotland. Can't tell me.
Unreal. It's why we've not really spoke about him.
We've not spoke McGregor. McGregor was amazing. What did we say? 3 passes out of 80 misplaced, or 50, or something like that.
Wow. And you've seen him, like, he was just directing traffic the whole match.
Well, here's the thing. See, when Scott Brown retired, right? Scott Brown, his Celtic journey was over. We all looked at that. And then they put Callum McGregor in it. Could any of you envisaged how much importance he would have for our football club as a captain and a leader and like that anchor man in the midfield? I've never seen it.
Jason, do you remember we went to Gladbach? Gladbach came to Glasgow and battered us.
Callum McGregor missed a chance near the end.
Yeah, right, absolutely battered. And we went over there and Callum McGregor missed a chance at 2-2. And I reckon if Celtic had punted him the next day, no Celtic fans would have moaned about it. And you look at him now and what he means, the way he conducts himself, the way he talks about this club. Wow. And we were talking earlier on, I think you were after at the time, we were talking about the Dortmund game. And remember, I questioned him. Remember, I fucking questioned him. Maybe he's too wee for us. Shows you I know fuck all about anything.
I remember watching him. It was a running fucking joke among our mates that I used to stay up late at night to watch the Football League show when he was at Nottingham, or Notts County. So you could tell he had the talent back then, but that drive and, you know, like throughout our history, there has been men who just suited our club, and by God, he's one of them. Do you know what I mean? He's like a modern day Bobby Murdoch. He's just that fucking metronome, you know, the pace setter in midfield, decision maker, ability to fucking kill for it. And like, there must, even at this stage of his career, there has to be teams looking at McGregor going, we would take you. Like, his stats must be fucking, I'm not into stats, I don't really examine that sort of stuff, but they fucking must be through the roof.
You think you've been a wee specky guy, you'd be mad at stats.
No, but I can't.
That Champions League one, he's run more kilometres than any player in the Champions League in 4 games.
Do you know what I mean? Like, there has to be teams who would be coming in January going, give us him. And here's 40 million or 30 million, because you know you're going to get 4 good years out of him wherever he goes. I mean, he's not slowing down. He's finished with international football, so he's no distractions. The guy who does, there's a guy with a fucking stupid name, does the Radio Scotland podcast, Billy Body or something you call him. Fucking daft name. He's a mad shooter. But he was saying today, he had Paul John Dykes on it was either the day or yesterday, on his podcast, and that was the first thing he said. Look, speaking from a purely selfish perspective, can you please go back and ask Callum McGregor to come back out of international retirement, because
I heard that.
He clearly has no fucking issues with playing at this level of football, but it will definitely suit us to keep him out of the fucking Scotland team.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know? And
he's obviously made that decision because he wants to prolong his club career.
Yeah, smart move. But my point is, Jason, there has to be top class European and British football teams going, we'll take him in January. There has to be even lower level Premiership teams who would be in a run-in. Surely the fuck there's bids coming in for him. I'd be staggered if there isn't.
I'd be honest with you, right? I don't think he would go.
No, I don't think he would go either. But my point being is like those stat fucking packs that all the cunts use, and as you said, he must be at the top of those every week. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's staggering stuff. And it's fine to say, well, he's playing in Scotland, but when you saw him last night, I mean, Christ almighty, he was everywhere. You know,
but the thing from his point of view, right, you would say they clubs, right, if, for instance, a top class team, like a Champions League winning team, was going to bring him in, they've probably got players as good as him in their midfield. Let's face it, right? But say they were going to bring him in, they would be the only ones that he, I think, would go for. You know, say like a lower level English Premiership team, if they're going to like double his wages and he's going to get like 3 years, because he must be on like 35 grand. I've no clue, right? But he must be like Celtic's highest paid player or thereabouts. He must be on like 30 grand.
I'd say so. I'd say you're right. The
Right.
wage bill's up by 5 million this year. So we're
Right.
paying fucking hefty money.
So he must go on 30 grand a week or whatever, right? So somebody in England is going to get him in like a lower leveling, like say an Everton or something like that comes in for him, right? And they pay him 100 grand a week. Is he going to do that for like 3 years left his life for what he's got at Celtic to play in the Champions League? And like, he's obviously a very wealthy young man, you know, but he's never got the money like your Kieran Tierney's got, you know, because they've went down there and they fucking blew their bank balance through the roof.
Aye, but do you upend your life at this stage of your career and your family and stuff for the sake of a fucking big wage? Maybe you do. I don't know, but I you know, probably.
No, I'm not saying for a
I mean,
second. I'm
who
not saying for a
knows?
sec. I'm not saying for a second he would go. But like if he's getting the fucking
Do you do that? I don't know. Maybe. Aye. No, you don't. I don't know. Well done, Joe. You covered all bases there.
But see the thing is, Scott, right? See a young guy. see for me, right? See if you're a young guy and you've got life in front of you and you've got 10 years
There's no
left
need
at
to
the
feel
game
down.
and you get the opportunity to do it, you're off. Right? You're off to make multi-millions. Cal McGregor, what age is he? 30?
But I think Cal McGregor is the type of player. He's a smart kid, or he's a smart guy, and I think he'll be already looking at management, and he'll be seeing Celtic as a route in the management, you know, coming through the coaching and stuff like that. And he's so like basically what happened with Paul Lambert. Do you know what I mean? He'll be starting to do his badges and stuff like that, and getting himself ready. And there's players that he played with at Celtic now who are coaching in the setup, you know, and he'll be looking at that, thinking this will do me, you know, once I'm ready to move sideways, I have a ready opportunity here.
But the thing is as well, you maybe like a guy like him could say it's what you're maybe missing out on, but maybe he's not going to miss out on it because he's got this season to actually deliver what he should be delivering. Just deliver the fucking Champions League back to Celtic Park.
Hey! Let's hope so.
No, there's no chance of that. But you know what? There's a wee bit in the back of my mind saying you never fucking know.
Dreams can. It's okay to dream, baby. It's okay to dream.
See, just I know you're dreaming, but actually, the new setup is actually a much fairer setup, you know, than the previous one. There's a bit more kind of equity to it, and as I say, you can take a fucking doing, but it's not going to murder you, or might not murder you in the long run, which is ultimately what we're hoping for, you know. So it's like.
See, be honest with you, the draw has been mighty kind for us.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, so that's earning the way we are fucking. I think the draw was kind last year as well when we had a cunt
we totally did. You took a word out of my mouth there. But the other thing is too, is the draw is kind of cunts like Real Madrid, and they're behind us, and they're kind of fucking PSV or PSG, and they're behind us. So it's about. I think it's about taking the Champions League fucking seriously, and that's what fucks me off about Celtic. That's why I don't really get too bothered about it, because they don't give a fuck. Do you know what I mean? Oh, we're glad to be there. Come on, the hoops, clap. Whereas actually the January transfer window and the summer transfer window, we need to invest, and we need to bring in players who. This has been one of the things that I've been saying over the last few weeks. The subs are coming off the bench, and there's no fucking difference. That's what we need. We need to build on that so that the squad, so that the first team players in the squad today are on the bench tomorrow. That's what we fucking need. We should always be pushing above ourselves instead of going, no, you can have your blue chip player, but all these other cunts have to be shit. Because that's
I think that's what. Do you know what? Right? I don't know what you think, but I reckon Brendan Rodgers coming back to Celtic and certain assurances, and I think the board have delivered them for him. And I don't think he'd be back at us if he didn't have these certain assurances.
But I think too that where we are financially has helped that, Jason. Whereas say if we'd have bombed out again or hadn't got into the Champions League, and God bless the Huns because they have fucking their coefficient points. We put those to good fucking use. Do you know what I mean? So it has been a confluence of different things have come together that have allowed us to be in this position, and it's great and it's amazing. But my point is, we've said it on here 1,259 million times in our entire history. We have never fucking built on success. Ever. This is the one time now where they have all the ducks in a row, and there's no fighting with the fucking crowd this year the way there was last year, which was, to me, that's when everything went fucking south last year. You know what I mean? There's none of that at the minute. Everybody just needs to calm the fuck down. If there's anything that pop up, get them sorted out, move on. Don't make big fucking tragedies out of things, and keep the focus on the team. And they're all motivated. They all look like they're enjoying themselves. Like Scott was saying earlier on about how happy Hatate looked. Fuck me.
Well, the Hatate one, did you see the video when he walked in the tunnel? I don't know if it was Hampden or whatever. He's like, good football.
I was from Hampden.
Right, it wasn't.
So that's what that kind of atmosphere we need to keep. And we're here. We're not going to win every game for the rest of the year. So the fans need to have that fixture list is grim. Do you know what I mean? Just from being able to maintain a certain level across 20 games in the guts of 6 weeks is fucking tough. So there'll be slip ups and there'll be a draw here, a goal there. And it's not about the politics of the last goal or the last game. It's about what's the trends, where we're going, are we doing it right? Are we looking at recruitment for January? And Rodgers is in control again and fully in control. So he stands and falls by his decisions. And signing Nicholas Kuhn last year, he was getting grief for. By fuck, that's paid off. So I think our supporters too need to be a wee bit trusting. Sing the man's fucking name. Sing his name.
Heard us calling tonight. Heard us calling. Right, it's nearly 11 o'clock at night. I need to get the fucking bed.
Yeah.
Right, God bless Celtic.
Wait now.
What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
What's he doing?
Your man! Your man with no horn at the fucking Orange March.
Oh, I can't hear it. Sorry. Is it? I can't hear it. As long as you can.
There you go, Marty. You couldn't hear it and it was played just for you.
I heard it today, so I'm happy enough. I was trying to make him a ringtone.
Right, folks, we will be back. That was good fun. Talk to you soon.
International week next week, is it?
Is it all right?
Yeah.
Another break for the Homeboys.
No, we'll do something for International Week. Fuck it.
We'll do something. Yeah, we'll keep pushing the Christmas appeal.
We'll maybe get a guest on.
All right. Get Paddy back on. Paddy on the way.
Sick listening to that. Fuck, sick of sick listening to him.
Paddy McDonald's turned into the Wolf Tones of comedians, is he?
What about them Wolf Tone cunts?
The spoof tones, I laugh my bollocks off of them.
The fucking spoof tones. Back out of retirement again. They didn't even get to the end of their retirement year and the unretired. What the fuck? Fuck off home, you old cunts. Oh, my little boys and girls. Wrap it up the fuck.
Wrap it up the fuck.
Wrap it up the fuck.
Marty, who's the renegade one of them?
Derek.
Derek, right? We went and seen him in Las Vegas. It was the 50th anniversary. That Celtic convention fucking nonsense. So he was playing someplace in Las Vegas. We went and seen him.
The Vera. No, wasn't the Vera. That would have been the fine Irishman.
Can't mind. It was in that Ra hotel or whatever. After whatever it was, the fucking. I can't mind, Scott, because I was in Las Vegas.
No, they play the same place. I know. I went and seen him as well. Kieran Warfield and the Young Wolftones.
Right, so it was just him that was playing, right?
All right, it was just him.
Fucking 15 minutes between every song. You didn't have to pay to get in, so you just walked in. It was just on singing in a bar.
He still does it because there are fucking camogie clubs. They have a team, or the GA club has like a mothers and others team, though, like for older women who want to play Gaelic sports. So they had a big fucking huge, must have seen the size of it, huge tournament in New York there about a month ago. And when they were flying over to New York, he was in the airport. They all got their photos taken. So he's still doing it.
Aye. So we went in and did the pay in, just walked in and he was singing. And the bar was mobbed, obviously. And 15 minutes between every song, talking a load of shite. You're like, just fucking get the tunes going.
Get the tunes on. Right,
let's wrap
Let's get this. Wrap that up the fuck.
Yeah, folks, we'll talk to you next week with more merriment and mirth. Hail, hail, folks.
Peace out.
Iggy way.
Hail, hail.